Let me catch my breath, okay, let's hit 'em. While I show these brothers how to let her like talking in rhythm. Talking in rhythm.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Talking in Rhythm. I'm your host, Chuck the Barber. We got a full house here today. We got a special guest, a very special guest, the legendary, the host of Rap City, one of the best comedians to ever come out of the DC area, Mr. Chris Thomas.
All right.
The original.
The mayor.
The mayor, Rap
The
City.
mayor, baby.
Longest running hip hop show in American history.
And the best ever.
Oh,
The
thank
best
you.
ever.
Thank
the
you.
best ever.
I agree.
No doubt.
Yes.
We also got Miss Angela, the comedian.
Hey, Angela Walker, comedian.
And we also got Miss Mama Michelle, one of the best comedians in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yay! Hey, what's up?
And we got my brother, the one and only V.
What up? What up?
What up, V? What's up, man? We see you over there smiling and shit, man. What's wrong with you, man? All right, well, let's get into it, man. I got a question for you, man. I grew up on Rap City.
Right. Yes.
Loved it. I wanted to ask you a question outside of comedy. Like, you from that age where you came up the Rayford Edmond era?
I sure did. They knew Rayford.
Yeah.
Rayford Edmonds.
How was that experience, like coming up in DC at that time?
Well, other than him making money,
Mhm.
doing what he was doing, I
Mhm.
guess we can all say that we hate that people died about it
Yeah, it was bad.
because we didn't know the circumstances. And I think he's out now.
He died. He got out and died in the
Oh, really?
accident. Yeah, he died.
Oh, I didn't even know that. And I knew his family. Everywhere I go, they always talk about, Rayford. He used to come to a lot of the shows that I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I be at.
Mm-hmm.
I hear about so much. You hear about death so much, man, too.
Mhm.
I don't want to make it a regular thing. I just want to say that it comes when your time is supposed to come, not
Mm-hmm.
pre-time, So, yeah, I knew Rayford and a lot of family members and everything, so.
Was you around that time when Alpo came around too?
Yep, Alpo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
So I remember they called like DC Dodge City.
DC don't stand for Dodge City.
Mhm.
They actually did a compilation
The song
record
I remember that
with Chuck Brown
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
all the go-go artists
Go-go,
and
yeah.
hip-hop artists. Yep, DC don't stand for Dodge City.
Yeah.
I really don't understand the reason why people do those things. Like people got their own issues,
Mhm.
but death seems pretty apparent, real,
Mm-hmm.
because no one that we know has ever come and came back, unless a few stories where they died and came back and told their story.
No doubt.
So you gotta live, but live as if you're gonna live a long time. Like my mom is 92,
Mhm.
so I'm living to be 92, 93, 94, 100 if I
That's
can.
wonderful, man. My mom just passed, man.
Wow, you have my
Yeah.
condolences.
Yeah.
So, Rap City.
It was an interesting show, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, I loved it. When I
Thank you.
started watching Rap City, I was like, I'm up there in age.
Yeah, I am too.
So it was
Mhm.
in my era when I was loving the hip hop and
Right.
all of that stuff. But how old were you when you first started that?
Wow. Well, that's a little bit of the beginning because I was touring with the hip hop artists
Yeah, I
at
remember
first.
that.
I toured with Dougie Fresh,
Fred, that's who it was.
Dougie, and Dana Dane.
Mhm.
They took me
Yeah,
on
for
tour
sure.
first,
Mhm.
and then later on came Run DMC, Public Enemy, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, Digital Underground, Heavy D. And I was basically the first comedian to host a rap tour.
Man,
Okay.
that's legendary.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How was that? Like
It was
how did-
interesting, man,
It was
because I toured with the R&B groups at 1st
Mhm.
I toured with the Cameos, the Barcades,
Damn.
the group, the Switch.
Damn,
Switch.
you went back.
Yeah,
Switch.
Switch. I toured with all of those, the Barcades.
Mm-hmm.
So I toured with a lot of those artists before I ever got into the hip hop. My manager, their company was called G Street Express Tiger Flower,
Mhm.
and they were the first promoters out of DC, and they had Dimensions Unlimited, and they used to do all the concerts. So I went to the office and asked them to let me do some time and they gave me an audition with Prince. Prince, when he did Controversy, Tina Marie caught laryngitis. I was only supposed to do an audition.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Tina Marie caught laryngitis, and then they told me to go on and do 20 minutes. And that kind of opened up the doors for me.
No doubt.
Were you the first? Were you the first one to do it like that? A comedian doing on the music?
I was the
scene
first
like
one to do the group. Me, Jamie Foxx, Mark Carey, Yvette Wilson.
Wow.
We were the first to do a group concert together before, because Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy were doing solo.
Mm-hmm.
But we were the first.
Wow.
Me, Jamie Foxx, Yvette Wilson, and Mark Carey were the first group of comedians to do concerts together.
Oh,
that? Okay.
wow, that's great.
This is when he was on In Living Color.
Yeah.
And Mark Carey was doing Hang with Mr. Cooper. And Yvette Wilson was on Monique and Moesha.
When you started out, did you start out before the other famous comedians out of DC like Martin Lawrence and
I did.
okay.
I'm the guy who introduced David Chappelle on stage when he was 14. I'm the one that he talks about that said his name wrong.
Yeah.
I gave him one of the most thoroughest intros you could ever give a young man ever hitting the stage. I said, ladies and gentlemen, here's a young man that's 14 years old, and you never know, he might be our next biggest star. Put your hands together for David Chappelle.
He was mad at you for that shit.
No, he always remembered
Uh,
until I said his last name. If you look at the name Chappelle,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
you can say it several different ways, right?
Yeah.
yeah, most definitely, because it looks crazy, like you know what I mean.
But then to be around, I'm a real, that song by Sly and the Family Stone,
Mhm.
I am everyday people,
Mhm.
and that's the way it's always going to be. That's me, Angela, this wonderful lady right here who y'all performing,
Mhm.
and that's what my duty is, to show people this is how it was done,
Mhm.
how show business. Don't get too far out there because there's nothing for you out there. You already seen what Hollywood does, right?
Right.
They're making money off you, and your fame and your notoriety is based on you
Mhm.
and the people
Mm.
that you entertain. They have nothing to do with what you do. If you jump off a building, they have nothing to do with that. That's how you allow them to affect your way of thinking.
Control you.
Right.
So going back, like when you first started, how did you end up landing a job with BET, becoming the mayor of Rap City?
My name was around the city of the DMV. Everybody kept talking about Chris Thomas, because I was the impressionist. I was doing all these impressions.
And BET was in DC, right?
BET started in Virginia.
Virginia, okay.
Then it moved to Washington, D.C. on Brentwood Road. I remember because they always go, the Amtrak always passed the studio.
And this is when, what's the name owned it? Johnson, what's his name?
This is when Bob Johnson owned it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Bob Johnson and Donnie Simpson was the first, he was the first host.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember that.
But I did the first game show.
Mhm. The game show, yeah.
Yeah, and Tell Me Something Good.
Tell me something good.
And then I did the first comedy special, me and Robin Harris, before they did Comic View.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if I'm right, I think Robin Harris was actually supposed to be the host of Def Jam, and he passed before it came to happen, and Martin ended up getting the job.
Well, Bob Johnson asked me, did I want to host Comic View?
Mm-hmm.
But I did not know they were moving it to California to do it.
You didn't want to move
And-
up
Well, they really wasn't trying to pay anything. I would damn near had to got a job
there. Just
out to bid, the host Comic View. But it worked out because when everybody else ran and went to New York or California, I stayed there.
Mhm.
And my flowers is a little bit different
Mhm.
because I got my flowers through the respect
Mhm.
of through hip hop. It wasn't being on a TV show or anything. And mine was coming through the Will Smiths and all those people that's still on television today
Mhm.
and still doing movies. My era, with the interviews and everything that I've done, those people are still doing well. They haven't had a breakdown yet.
Mhm. So what happened? How did the BET, the Rap City, the mayor, come to an end? How did that happen?
Oh, I was ready to go.
You ready to go?
I'm a comedian. That's 5.
5?
They keep saying
that's all it was. It seems so much longer.
They keep saying 5, and if you go to any other thing, they keep saying I was there for 2, and I was like, I know I ain't built this much of a reputation being there for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
That show would have been off the air if it hadn't been for me, because I took it another direction.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought they had to be serious with the hip hop artists, had to talk about, yeah, you gangster. I was like, man, let's go down and eat some devil eggs and, let's go-kart racing. Let's do something so people know that you real.
Right.
Only person walk on water is you know who.
Right.
So with that and with Rap City in the 5 years, so it came, I was hosting me and Prime. Then Prince DeJoy came. And the show was doing so well because I was getting most of the fan mail. Snoop, Ice-T, and all of those guys, I used to go out to L.A. When they did We're All in the Same Gang.
Yeah.
But they had so much respect because I had already traveled, I already knew, and hung out. I already knew that these are real folks, I was there when Heavy D's Dancer fell off the ramp.
Yeah, I remember.
Trouble Tree Roy. So Rap City was kind of, I kind of gave them other ideas. That's how Streets came, Hits from the Streets.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that show came about. I mean, it was just me just going out and, because they took it from kind of, from Yo MTV Raps. And then Rap City kind of evolved because we were able to play a lot more videos than Yo MTV Raps was going to have because they didn't want their white, they didn't want their kids. But then it worked out. It worked out. So, yeah, I was on there for 5 years and I could have stayed, but, everything comes to an end.
Yeah.
But I want people to make it right. I don't want them to lie. We did a documentary and a lot of folks was lying. That show would have been off the air. They had Dee Barnes on Fox, and she had the whole United States that could watch her show, but then they got rid of that because it was more just sitting in the studio asking them how they started. It was a little bit more than that. So I added Will Smith, and I've told this story before. Will Smith was on the set, and he doing the commercial. He asked the producer. He said, well, what are you doing to Chris? Let him do what he do. And that's when I started doing the Professor Dr. Hip Hoppenstein.
Yeah.
And all of those other things. We would just come up and say, well, okay, I want to be a pizza delivery. Okay, well, let's have him like he's going through the jungle. Let's hear and so that's how Rap City really evolved. Because I wasn't going to say nothing. I would have still been reading the teleprompter saying, what's up, homies? And homettes, and that's what Will Smith couldn't like, homies and homettes. Come on. Right.
Yeah. It seems like your life has been just not reading your story, but hearing you express. Seems your life has been a mixture of being at the right place in the right time and blessings and hard work. What would you say is that moment when you felt like I'm on the right track? Like where did you see yourself going? Did you always envision it this way?
No, I didn't. Well, I'm a prayer, first of all. I believe in the Most High. Sometimes God puts within you knowing who you are. No one else can tell you what you ought to be. So my growth as being on television, I still don't get it now. Still don't get the popularity because I used to go to places and people used to follow me in the shopping mall. And when me and Jamie Foxx or me and Chris Tucker used to be together, I used to throw all the spotlight on them.
Right.
And when people would come up, I said, oh, that's Chris Tucker or that's Jamie Foxx. And once they turned to Jamie Foxx, I would be gone. I'm on the other side of the mall. I'm not really into a lot of fanfare, a lot of attention. I just like making people laugh and smile, and hopefully they can connect with who they are through that. It's great to laugh. It's good to laugh. It's good to make your wife laugh. It's good to make your lady laugh. There's no serious point in life with you and her ever, unless something is bad. But you're supposed to always keep laughing. That's what keeps you young.
Laughter is great.
It is.
It's medicine. It's healing. So
That's right. You're always supposed to laugh. Sex is a few things. You may go to bed as a champion, but if you ain't good, you can leave as a contender.
Or not.
So you used to do impersonations.
Yes.
Who was your favorite person to?
Come on, back then? Or
Yeah,
now?
back then.
I used to do Ali. I used to thank kill this says Howard kill Cell of course Muhammad Ali. Cosell, I'm the greatest. I whip Joe Frazier. I whip Cannon on some of this.
So who would you do nowadays?
I don't know. Right now, I haven't heard a whole lot of voices that I really like. Celebrities.
You used to do Barack, though.
Well, Barack. Thank you, everybody. It is great to be talking a rhythm.
You did that today.
Well, because Michelle said when they go low, you go high. And I said tonight in this bed, stay low.
Hey, that was on point.
definitely.
So let me ask you something. So with you being like an OG in the comedy game, did a lot of the younger guys behind you, did they come to you and ask you for any
Advice?
anything? I mean,
Well, I can just tell them if it's meant for you, we're all comedians. You're a comedian. You're a comedian. Everybody is a comedian. We're just taking it to a little further because we have a story that we can tell a short story and make it funny where you can, just like a movie. They can do a movie, a true story, but in 3 hours, they done took you from the beginning to the end where you get the whole story. Now, I can't take anybody from their dream. Everybody is not a comic, but it's the easy job to say that you are. When you say I'm a comedian, it's easy. We're all comedians. That's why Bill Cosby changed it to a humorist. People don't understand what a humorist is. It's the same thing. I'm a humorist, and I'm an impersonator. I'm an impressionist. But comedy is what you express in your life. It's not. I'm not telling your story. You can tell me tomorrow. You can tell me your story tomorrow, but I'm not going to be on stage and tell it unless it's something that I've lived through. I have buddies who tell you jokes. He used to have this joke. A friend of mine, because I used to wonder why he used to pull so many women. And he came in with a logical answer. He said, what one won't, two will. And that made a lot of sense. He said, don't worry about her. For her saying no, two will say yes.
Facts. So don't be afraid to get shot down.
So if Angela said no, she's going to say yes.
All right.
You already see what you do.
But also, too, I think with comedy, stand-up comedy is a portion. But a lot of times, I think even with the internet, they have people that are internet comedians, and there's impressionists, and there's improv. There's different sectors of comedy, but people actually want to say that all comedy is stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy is a microphone and a person standing up and doing comedy for a set amount of time.
Right.
But then when they're on the internet, they're being funny for sketch. They will take that sketch artist and move them into a stand-up comedian platform, and that person really is not made for that. So that happens a lot.
Well, because the fans are looking for something unique
Physical.
and different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're looking for something different. That's why all movies seem the same unless it's a true story. When you watch the Marvel movies, it's the same thing until they start fighting each other. Then you say, oh, now we're getting a little bit too far out of here. How is Batman being Superman? All he got to do is take his ass out to his space and leave him. But his kind heart said, no, I'm going to fight him straight up. So, one thing about comedy, there are joke tellers, there are mimes, there's clowns, There's people who do physical comedy like Lucille Ball
Yes.
or Dick Van Dyke and
Jackie
people like
Gleason.
that, and Jackie Gleason. But this, when you can tell a story, and this is what I want all the young comedians to know. Wait till you grow there. Don't try to live any of our lives before you get there.
Mhm.
Because by the time you get there, you've already done lied your way there. And now you live it.
Ain't got nowhere to
Now
go.
you ain't got nowhere to go with it.
Mm.
You know, stay in your lane. Don't be in a hurry. They going after the money. That's why easy come, easy go.
Right.
And I've done nothing. I haven't done a whole lot of things that I need to have done because I've been a kind-hearted person. I have really opened up my heart.
Mhm.
It's really not about the dollars. It's about why. Why are we hurting each other? Why can't we reconnect? We call, after COVID, I said, why can't people reprogram their way of thinking? Didn't they see these people dying, trying to party? Are you making that an excuse?
Mm.
Reprogram yourself for your tolerance. God made you and he already says in the Bible who you are, you know, who a female is, who's a baby, and who's a man. Just reprogram yourself. Don't let nothing, every time you hear about somebody is fighting or beating somebody up over what?
Yeah.
I always say I call sex. Sex, this is my vision of sex. All it is spit,
Mm.
fluid,
My, my.
and poop, depending on which way you like.
Well,
That's
did
all
for
it is,
me.
right?
I'm out.
No, you kiss, it's the spit, right?
Yeah.
Young spit or old spit? Which one is it? Which one you like? Young spit or old spit?
Oh, spit.
Okay, well, the old spit basically got the medicines.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's cold.
And the
Cold,
fluid,
cold spit,
the
cold
fluid is the fluid is everything that you do with the. But if you get the bad fluid, that's your butt. You get bad fluid. But then that's the other. And that's everybody's. Some people fetishes.
Yeah.
So sex is all about not because you can produce a baby. It's the streams of making love and knowing that the control of what you're doing, the 3 o'clock in the morning and she's on her way.
Oh,
That's when you know that you are.
Mm.
Sex is one of those things that everybody can do. But what did you earn by when you doing it is, as I said, go to bed as a champion or you could leave as a contender.
I want somebody that's a fetish that they can roll $20 and put them in between my big toe and my next toe. Just roll them up and put them in my toe.
And there's somebody out there who gonna do that.
That's what I want
Can
to
they do
find.
it
That
with
type of
ones?
fetish. No,
Before-
20. I said 20. 20.
Before sex and after.
Yeah, I don't. He just like.
It's just my observation.
Yeah.
I have a Benjamin Franklin fetish. Can I just confess?
Yeah.
I don't know why you brought that out of me, sir, but I do. I am in love. I mean, like literally in love with the $100 bills. I love them. I love them everywhere. I keep a lot of them. I just love them. But I do want to ask you, do you think people go too far for sex? Like right now, sex is so saturated. Everybody, you think it go too far?
No.
Not far enough.
Sex is not a rich person's reward.
Okay.
Everybody gets it. That's why it never plays out.
Okay.
You can have a nice car, nice house, but sex is the only thing people brag about.
Mm.
I never thought of it that way, but
That's all
That
they
is
talk
pretty
about.
much,
That's
yeah.
all they brag about is who they making love to or this and that. It ain't never been about a house or anything materialistic. It is the sex that makes them more of who they are.
is that just a man or is that a male?
It should be.
or a
Everybody
female?
should think that way.
Like sex is an expression of our being.
It's an expression of who you are.
Mm.
Okay.
If whoever you with, and you're gonna keep. There's a lot of ladies who got a lot of fetishes. God made women in a special, different way,
Yeah, I agree.
and they will agree with everything that a man is want to do, pending on what they're. And I'm not no sex therapist, I'm just
Sound
going
like
through.
I know, I'm over here.
No,
Like,
I'm going by experience. When we used to travel on the road and stuff,
I'm like glued.
I stood up making love, find out what it really all about. Find out what the hoopla was all about. And I found out what the hoopla is about. It is about certain things that a man can do to a female that drives her crazy.
What about vice versa?
It,
Things that a woman can do.
well, it's the rhythm. It's like a kiss. A kiss of when you kiss a female, the kiss is not good unless the rhythm of the making love is good, and that's when everything comes together.
So it's like a precursor kind of thing.
Right? It is whatever. Well,
that's good exchange.
I know. You know how people make love and she'll say, "I'm not finished," but you are.
You are.
Your body can't do no
The
more.
chemistry is off. Is basically
Right.
what you're saying.
But your body is shut down.
Uh,
If you look at it and you ask, why can't you go no longer? Because you die if you could try to keep forcing yourself. You can't force yourself. Listen to your body. Or you don't.
Die.
Or you won't be like Color Purple. How did he die? On top of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with going out like that.
Nah, just give me a little bit. I'll be back in a little bit.
And we all men, just like that basketball. LeBron James, I hang out with his family, right?
Mm.
And every time I'm around LeBron, I don't think I always say and I always try to make a point when I be on stage. If any man romantically is like LeBron James is on the court, nonstop, relentless, he's got to be a hell of an individual. He's bringing that, what he do on the court home, right. It should be no complaints.
Yeah. That nigga been going hard like this. He's 41 years old.
I am proud.
23rd year, right?
To Uncle James and Glow and Fly Cry, thanks for putting me part of the family for other little things that we do. I have a radio show in Las Vegas. And LeBron James' uncle, the one he talks about that helped him, they do the intro to my radio show.
Okay. That's
They're hip hop artists. And
what station is that? You can let the people know so they can tune in.
107.1 KSHP, 107.1 FM in Las Vegas and 1400 AM. It's two stations. And me, Terminator X from Public Enemy.
Remember Terminator X? He still got
Layla
that big
Lopez.
ass box. With the big ass
No, he
glasses.
cut it off.
He still wear the sunglasses?
He still wears sunglasses. Just talked to him just after we did the show tonight. Talked to Terminator. Layla Lopez from TMZ. She's on the show. Soren Baker from Source Magazine.
Yeah.
And DJ Mad Links from Rap City. He was one of the DJs that hosted Rap City. So they're my co-hosts on the show.
Okay. Cool.
But life is like what you make it, man.
Yeah.
And all people got to do is think. It's just like right and wrong. When people go get locked up in jail or go to court, they always say, I'm sorry. But just that split second, they could have just thought, and they would have never had to say, I'm sorry.
No doubt.
So pause can mean a lot.
Right. Just think. Just think, because you already know complications is coming. If you do something wrong,
Right.
you know, nothing to prove anymore about who you are. You don't have to fight. But when you go to, I guess, I ain't never been incarcerated. But, you know, those brothers, my hat's off to them because they missing a lot.
I'll ask you one more question. You did the Def Comedy Jam.
Yes.
I remember. It was epic. I remember. Did you do the tour or you just did that one show?
I did the tour.
How was that?
That tour was off the chain. Russell Simmons, Bob Sumner, Tina, Graham, they know how to treat people.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic, because me, Michael Collier, Cheryl Underwood, Ricky Harris, and Michael Collier, we were on a tour. And we was to have fun. This is when Ricky Harris had just completed the Snoop album.
That's the one I caught.
He played Ta-Da.
The one where Ricky Harris was the host. That's the one I caught. Yeah.
I was on that. I was on that tour. That was good. And Chris Tucker, man, he was something, because Ricky Harris had a way of bringing people out, and then he would Joan on them. He was saying, ladies and gentlemen, to bring a person out. He hosted Rap City. You also may have saw him on Aunt Jemima pancakes.
Ah.
And Chris Tucker used to always say, Chris, I don't know what's going on, man. What's going on, man?
Was it like now you got comedians like beefing with each other now? Was it a lot of beef back then?
If they're stealing each other material, they should be beefing.
Mm.
You're not, your mind is not, if you know your ABCs, then somebody else taught all of us them ABCs. But your life story should be only for that person to tell when it comes down to material, not nothing similar.
Mm-hmm.
They've already thrown it out there. It's like when I see these young ladies perform, I'm happy.
Mhm.
I'm happy that I know that I did a special with Whoopi Goldberg after she won her Academy Award.
Man, I got to be.
That it's in good hands. Ladies got plenty of stuff to talk about. Do they really? I don't think men like to hear stories about them. I think they have the most difficult time trying to relay their message to men, unless it's in bed. That's the only time. But it's time to hard for ladies too. And there's a few. Only person that I know really can do it is Samora. She's good. But
I think Whoopi don't get enough credit. People forgot how good she was a comedian, man. Whoopi was a bad motherfucker, man.
But she talked about a whole nother
She
different thing.
She did. She talked about, she had impersonations like Richard Pryor. She'd be a dope fiend, all kind of shit.
Yeah, she was doing characters.
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah. But she was good at it, though. Like, it wasn't too many Whoopies.
But I think a lot of ladies now, they talk about their loneliness. And they kind of crying out. I always call it crying out. They want somebody to listen.
But you had mentioned Tina Graham. She just rang the bell, so I want to give a shout out to Tina.
Cancer free.
Cancer free. She rang the bell. Awesome lady. I met her, and she is one of the pioneers. She helped a lot of comedians.
She helped a hell of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And Bob Sumner did too, and they all to be saluted. It's just strange, like when they had the Comic View and the P. Diddy Bad Boys of Comedy, and all these TV shows like Comic View go off the air. It just show you the small number of comedians that you have. And when BT Comic View used to show all the comedians doing the same joke, that's what took it off the air.
Oversaturation.
Oversaturation of him, because people start saying, you mean these guys ain't original?
Oh,
wow.
These mean these guys ain't original?
Stock jokes.
Right. And that's why it took it off the air. That was the reason.
Amazing.
When they kept showing all the comedians, they thought it was funny to show all these comedians doing the same punchline. And they said, really? I mean, these are not authentic comedians. They have no...
How do you feel about the new wave of comedians? Because most of the comedians out here nowadays, they're really older. And there's this, like Cat Williams has been around for a long time.
Yes, he's a good friend.
But when I say the new is like the young boys out of Atlanta, and what they called? The dudes would be like
85 South.
Yeah, them. Like that new kind of stand up where they just capping on the whole audience and they just going freestyle. Like, how you feel about that?
I've never been, because you don't know who you're messing with. It's like politics. Stay out of politics.
So you don't care for it?
Don't.
It's different. I give them that. It's different.
Because they got other people who are in positions that can hurt you. Leave them alone. They have been going after a lot of those comedians who've been saying stuff about them. They can make your life miserable if you're doing it as a joke, but don't do it as a hate joke, like a personal hate joke.
Yeah,
be careful.
Comedians get hit upside the head. You don't know what's going on in a person's life, and you choose somebody, and this man might just lost his mama, and then you do a mama joke talking about
what the fuck is he doing at a comedy show?
When I say somebody lost him, that could be somebody needs. If you're grieving, sometimes you want to laugh. You want to laugh, or you want, and so you just going to have a moment. You're not going to mess with nobody, and then a comedian sees you in the audience and decides he's going to start making fun of you. It's a different. I don't do a making fun of the audience to hurt them. I don't.
You see how she sounds like Columbo? Let me say something.
Yeah.
Can I say something to you, madam?
That's how your baby sounds.
That's exactly how my baby sounds.
I was wondering, you see this water right here?
You doing so good. Yeah.
I don't know why it was over there at first.
So, the way you sound, though, the way it sounds like, so was Will Smith right then to smack the shit out of Chris Rock like that?
No.
It sounds like
I know. I didn't. I don't agree with. But I could see how it can.
But he
happen.
had a bad day and he went and smacked Chris Rock.
But I've seen.
He didn't think.
He wasn't thinking
Because he had there were repercussions over that. He can't go to the Academy Awards. But at least they let him keep his award.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a bad decision. That wasn't, Will, I know you very well, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was not good. It's a rethinking, or because he's fighting his beef in front of the world.
The world, yeah, he's fighting.
Like Charleston White one time, I think it was in Tyler, and he was
fucking with somebody.
He was messing with somebody, and the dude came up on the stage.
Oh yeah,
and he got one hit on him.
With the mic.
He hit him with the mic, but then he didn't. And then that dude titty tatted him. Yeah,
I ain't never know that.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, so I'm just saying, you just with that type of stuff, you want to be careful. But there are comedians that they purposely like. It's some comedians that people come to get made fun of. But that's what they know. They come for that. But if you just come for a show to enjoy yourself and then someone starts teasing you for no reason, you just got to be careful with that. That's why I'm saying I agree with you.
And that's how, and I'm like this too. I'm an old school type of guy, and I believe in the three comedian policy, or 4 at the most. Because when I hosted the Kings of Comedy tour, that was interesting because
the original one before they
I was
recorded.
the host.
Okay.
I probably could have made a movie.
What's the name's brother was on that? Guy Torrey was on that.
I was the first.
Okay.
Something happened. Something happened with a friend of mine, and he kind of messed that up. I was the man, and that was Bernie and Cedric. They had asked. They wanted me to be the host, and something happened with a friend. God bless my friend. He done passed away now, but he didn't think. He didn't think, and since he was my friend, I rolled with my friend. I told him that he was wrong, but what am I going to do? Because Walter had already spoken to me and said, and it was interesting, I can just tell you the story. So we in the limousine, and my buddy keep messing with the limousine driver. He keep messing with his collar. I said, man, what the hell are you doing? Leave the limousine driver alone.
Touching him? That's great.
Yeah, just kept touching him, and he driving. Limousine driver said, that's all right. He said, that's all right. He ain't doing nothing. I said, yes, he is doing something. So I said, he going to call me. Walter Lathan is going to call me. Man, he's going to ask me what happened. And that's what he did. He called me the next morning. He said, what happened? I said, nothing. He said, well, what the limousine driver talking about? I said, well, friend of mine kept messing with his collar. He said, no, you did it. Because if you hang out with people like that,
it's going to reflect.
Right. And I just accepted it. I accepted it. And then later on, Walter, they put me on the P. Diddy Bad Boys of Comedy. But he was right. And I told my boy who did it, and he claimed that, no, I didn't. I said, bro, I was there.
You played the fifth one.
It wasn't me.
I said, it was there, and I told you to stop. I said, you in a class organization. This ain't your limousine. You riding on their money. And I just left it. And my boys still stayed as friends. And I said, ain't nothing I can do. And I probably would have been in the movie, too.
Yeah. So that kind of...
I haven't thought about it 3 or 4 times. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it moving, and I appreciate it. I appreciate being part of the Kings of Comedy.
No doubt. Let me ask y'all something. Being like we got 3 comedians on here, right?
3 lovely,
yeah.
2 lovely comedians.
I take that.
I want to ask y'all this. I always think about like the Bill Cosby situation, right? Like
yes,
to me,
you can answer me. I'm right here. Because I can ask my own questions. Go ahead.
Bill, did you give her them pills?
I don't remember.
No, but seriously, on some serious shit, like Bill did a lot for the black community, and I feel like I get it. He been accused of some shit, but it's like we just wrote him off.
They sure did.
100% off, and looking at all he did for the African American community, like he might have did more than most like black leaders did, and we just wrote him off because of the allegations. I mean,
Did black people really write him off?
yeah,
They did.
They did.
You think
Bill, like those that like you. Always say don't mess with the women, let them like you. You have a little bit more edge than you being Bill Cosby, and they're coming because they're not becoming because they love you, Bill.
You've been around for a long time. I mean, what are your thoughts, though, your actual opinion on the allegations and on how Bill's being treated?
I wish he would have spoke up.
Yeah.
He should have spoke.
Yeah, his condition kind of little, he kind of little.
Well, the first trial, remember, it was acquittal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, it was determined. Well, I don't know what, I just say between women, if it happened and they say it, I believe in the truth and the honesty because he hasn't spoken on it.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't came out and did an interview and spoke on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to go with, I don't remember.
I mean, I don't. For me, like Bill Cosby or the Cosby Show, that's a staple. So just because that happened with that, I still love the Cosby Show. And as far as Bill Cosby, that happened in the 70s. Some of the stories, like you're an adult, and I'm probably not gonna sound like this.
Well,
I'm just saying, if you're an adult, and in the 70s, they was doing cocaine, drug pills, they were doing all kind of stuff.
Yes.
So if someone hands you something,
we were,
and as an adult, you take
we
it.
were. And guess what? I don't remember.
But I'm saying, if somebody gives me 2 pills, and I make the decision to take those 2 pills, I'm responsible as an adult. And it'd be something else as a child or somebody that is not mentally capable or something like that. But if I am, legally binding and I know what I'm doing and I'm trying something, I know I'm trying some drugs and I take them, I have to play a part in it.
Or you don't remember.
But I'm saying I still play a part in it, in the situation. He's not right for what he did, but also too, I played a part in it as well. I don't know. So maybe my thoughts are a little bit different.
I mean,
what she's trying to say is they waited till they got grandmamas and then they started complaining.
Right.
And that's the point. Because as they done got older, you can't put 2 and 2 together than when they were, if they said it when they were younger. They're older now.
But see, my thing is like, do we undo everything he's done because of this? Because that's what it seemed like.
Nah, that's like saying you ain't gonna listen to R. Kelly music. You're gonna still listen.
I mean, R. Kelly actually got.
but his was
Bill Cosby got his shit. All that shit got thrown out. He lost a civil suit.
But so what is that saying? If you lost a civil suit, though, what is that saying?
It's a civil suit. It's about money. He didn't lose. He won the criminal case.
OJ won the criminal
and lost
the civil.
And
so
we wrote him off.
When money comes to when money plays a part, money plays a part. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's put it this way: we're all human.
Correct.
And if you don't think or reprogram yourself, this is the outcome that's going to happen. So I'm not worrying about what's going on in their life. I'm worrying about what's going on in mine. And today, we can sit there and say what's going on in each other's life because we're sitting here talking about it.
Well, I'm only asking
because stewardship too. Like I feel like as far as the stewardship, like we're individuals, right? But also too, with Michelle, like I have to play if I'm a sister to her, and I call myself saying that she is someone that I care about, and then I go and do something heinous, right? I have a responsibility to that. You know what I'm saying? And then how she reacts to that is a responsibility. We have stewardship over each other as humans. I feel like that's the problem right now, is that us as a people, humans in general, we don't have a connection. Do you remember back in the day, you could actually literally, if this one kid was acting up, you had permission to whoop that child and discipline that child. And you knew that group of family, that networking, you knew if they got that child got a whooping and you said, hey, I whooped your child. It wasn't about, you better not touch my baby, because you knew that person that did it was doing it for the good of the community.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that no more. If you if you call yourself trying to discipline another person's child, you're gonna get cussed out. You're gonna and there's no connection anymore.
Or you're gonna go to jail.
You go to jail, yes. But I'm saying there's no connection among us. And so I think that plays a part
The people in the world are just afraid of each other.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. If you discipline a child and that ain't the way they did discipline at home, you're wrong. They don't want, home is where it starts. And if home don't agree with it, then guess what? It ain't right. You're not going to discipline a child who takes crayon and write on the wall if the parent allows them to write it on the wall. They're going to always, because they're going to say they do it at home, so that's what they're used to. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I done set a bunch of kids on the porch. Like, because I don't whoop other people's kids, but I'll sit you on the porch. You tell your mom to come get you. Because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If I can't, or somebody says, treat them like your own, I'm going to treat them like my own. But if I have a child in my custody and you acting up and I can't touch you,
I ain't watching nobody's kids.
I thought church.
I would never touch anybody else.
I thought church was really good for when I was growing up. I think being in a little children's choir,
right,
and and I think also interacting with other different races. I went to San Francisco and I hosted Rick Barry, the basketball player. They made him an honorary deputy, and they have this group called Junior Deputies. They make these young kids black, white, Chinese, Spanish. And I saw their interaction with, and they had Gugu. And I think black kids, white kids need to be around each other more. They need to find out, because the difference between a lot of different races is confidence. It's all it is confidence. Now, education, if they don't read and go to school, they're about as dumb as everybody else. But their confidence level is off the chain. Confidence, that's the key. If you see, I love my folks. I love them, but we're real shy people. When we interview, we always kind of hold our head down and twist out it's confidence. It's holding your head up and saying what you're going to say. And it's basically being able to, at this junior deputy that out of San Francisco and Oakland, it was fantastic. I think more kids of different nationalities, because they don't see no color. Only when they get older or look at these movies. You ever watch the show Family Guy? They do say more racial stuff. Stewie.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Family Guy.
I do too. That's my favorite show. But they're grown-ups who writing it.
Yeah.
But they're allowed to say it because it's cartoons. So if you want to say and call somebody a name, do a cartoon and let them say it. You say it here, you in trouble.
Facts.
I think kids, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
I think this interaction, I would tell any black parent, interact with different nationalities, get to know who that you're going to deal with in the business world.
Right.
Not all just going to be black.
Right.
Election process, look at who's in the House of Representatives, who's in the Senate. Not just black people.
Okay,
No.
Clarence Thomas.
Remember, he said that.
I said it for Clarence Thomas.
Rodney Dangerfield, hey, I tell you. He said it. I get no respect. Last week I told my wife, I'm having a heart attack. She said, let's make sure. I tell you, I get no respect.
You know he's a piece of shit. Clarence Thomas is a piece of shit.
I ain't got to say.
I got you.
Well, let me ask this. You did mention the future and you did mention cartoons. What do you think about the impact that AI is going to have on the industry of comedy? And because we all talk about how it may phase out some of the more secular jobs in business, et cetera. But what do you think the impact will be on entertainment?
It's going to have everybody's material, and when it does a movie or you put it in and program to do something, it's going to have everybody's material and everything on AI. They're going to have no. They're not going to pay you because you're not going to be to claim it.
That's right.
Wow.
It's already happening.
That's right.
I have a clip of me, my voice,
Right,
and I have a lot of women that are using it, and they are going viral with my voice.
Right.
I get nothing from it.
Let's get this straight right now. Come on, tell them, baby.
I'm just
Let's
saying,
get this straight.
yeah,
Who was it? Who was it?
It's a couple of, but and it's a punchline, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was so crazy. I was on the stage last week and I did the joke, and somebody told me, they was like, "Hey, you got, that's somebody else's joke."
Mm-hmm.
They thought I was doing somebody else's joke and I'm doing my own joke. That's
what
crazy.
happened to that girl on TikTok.
What happened?
Remember the girl who made that funny song, that strange song? It wasn't funny.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? And the white girl took it, but she ended up copywriting it.
The white girl copyrighted?
Yeah, copyrighted.
Wow.
And she started doing it, and she started making money off it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's about to be a war between, because somebody's going to make it just by saying something that somebody else. So this is what I do. I always just recirculate my old jokes when I do on stage, stuff that's already been on television.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do a new TV show, that's when I bring out the new.
So then it's really copyrighted not copyrighted expressly, but it is something that has been observed by more than others.
Right. It's like the Def Jam.
Mm-hmm.
I can do my same Def Jam jokes or my same Apollo jokes.
So you always remember all your routines?
Because I lived it.
Mm-hmm.
I lived most of my material. And
do y'all do that? Y'all remember all your material? Like that you ever done? Don't lie neither.
No.
I don't do nothing outside that I can't understand. I don't do too much out of stuff that I don't understand. I don't do nothing that I don't understand myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't mean to understand, but like, did you remember like every joke? Like every joke?
Well, sometimes you have to be reminded of what you did for years.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So if I get in a situation, and definitely I'm not trying to put myself on the scale with you and others.
Oh, you already on the scale, don't baby. I'm going to explain something about.
Yeah, you funny as fuck.
A lot of people know me. That's the only thing. A lot of them probably dead and gone because Rap City and BET, I started back in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do those numbers,
it's like 40 fucking years ago, man.
Right. And I'm not trying to really keep the young people up. They either want to know history or they don't.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right.
The Bible ain't going to change unless somebody try to have another King James Version.
Yeah.
But it's going to stay, the Holy Bible is always going to stay the same.
Right.
No one else, they're going to depict it different. But history, I think, foremost, always try to explain things about Black. We were taken so many different places.
Right.
And by the time other people from other different countries come, they're trying to teach us about the way that things happen over in their country. And it's messing up the thought that we have over here.
Right.
Because there's only one America, there's only one Jamaica, there's only one Haiti, there's only one Puerto Rico, there's only one Africa. But if you bring it here and you're still in the neighborhood and you're throwing this right here, and we're saying that, and we never say, Black people never say, well, why are you over here?
Yeah.
Because if I go over there, am I going to enjoy it? Or am I going to want to come back home? So I'm happy where I'm at because this is where God wanted me to be. And I'm happy. And that's why everybody else, I don't know how much love we get now.
Yeah.
But America is the bomb.
Shit, not right now. We trying to drop bombs and shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. But it's just people. Whoever you vote for, that's who's in control. And I don't mess with them. I just pray for them.
Right.
That's all you can do is pray for them.
But it's going to come to a point, I think it's reality and fantasy. You know what I'm saying? AI is fantasy and actual stand-up comedians are the reality. So it's going to depend on what people like. You know, just like some people like disc, or they like what's the
Records,
records overplay
8 tracks,
8 tracks, and so that they like the authentic
Mm-hmm.
version.
People should see the comedians, Dolomite,
Mhm.
way down in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
They should see people live first. All these comedy specials, that's not all of their material.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They done took from people they work with just to do a special and make money
Mm.
to call themselves geniuses.
Mhm.
People need to see your stuff live because in the editing of doing a live concert, it's chopped up.
You don't get the
Mhm.
whole version.
It's chopped up. And
Yeah.
I've had
It's
some
not a
comedians.
straight through.
I've
Yeah.
had some comedians on TV do them specials, do my material.
Mm-hmm.
Now
lot
I'm
of
not going to
comedians.
call them out. I just ain't hanging with them no more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But they know where they got it.
Shady motherfucker.
Shady.
Yeah.
People
Well,
do anything for money. They will until
Chuck gonna be doing he's gonna be trying out live comedy on Wednesday.
I'm gonna do all Richard Pryor's material. I'm
Well,
gonna just
no,
tell
it
you
has
right
to be
now.
original.
Chuck,
I'm gonna do all Richard Pryor. I'm
Well-
gonna do Mudbone for about 5 minutes.
You better
Chuck.
not.
well, let me say something. Cause doing me is a motherfucker, right? Motherfuckers trying to. And I remember growing up, Chuck. Well, Chuck, you got plenty of stuff to talk about. You can talk about your podcast.
I'm just fucking with you. I can't do Richard Pryor if I try, man.
No,
I
they
know it's
fucking-
material though.
It's no material.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way he sees life.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's
And
all
deliver
it
it,
is.
right?
Right. It's the only way. And at the end of the day, people will feel better when they say, I did that. That was me talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's in a hurry to become famous, and then they can't handle it when they become famous.
Mm-hmm.
They can't handle criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Right.
man.
You're sensitive.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell a lady friend of mine. I said, you have to understand that ladies come up to me after the show and they want to thank me and stuff. You
Mhm.
can't be getting jealous of that, because that means that if they come after you, you ain't gonna be the handler. You're gonna look for me for it. And what can I do if you are
Put
being able
yourself
to
out
be,
there.
being broken down like that?
Yeah.
I can handle anything. It don't bother me.
But do you?
I'll take me a joint or whatever,
but did you get a
a
lot of that?
line, and go ahead
I'm telling Clarence, stop it.
and look out the window for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
That's right.
Did you get a lot of that? Do you get a lot of, like females that still, like I've heard it doesn't happen to female
The room
comedians.
keys.
Yeah, I've witnessed in doing some shows with some comedians where like females just are males. Just approach them like, hey, I'm gonna be right here. I'm waiting for you. Like I have somebody that flew into town and is a friend of mine, and they were coming for the purpose of soliciting the comedian, and I was just blown away.
Damn.
How much
What, trying to get with the comedian?
she flew in. She wanted me to help her give her the introduction, but she was coming for the purpose of hooking up
That's
with
real.
him.
That's commitment.
Well,
We need some female comedians to be like that.
well, no, it's not.
Nah.
Is that
Well,
still?
I just sit there and say this again. Young spit or old spit, it really doesn't. The whole thing is about having a romance. Or that used to be fun back in the day, but after
you tired of it?
you never get tired of it, but you don't have to do it.
Correct.
Man, all them bugs and
Yeah, I'm not-
STDs and crabs and worms. I don't
You
know.
had some of that shit?
Yeah, probably
said
your younger
outside. I
years,
didn't-
It's
you probably
ashy,
like,
man. It's ashy.
come on. But
I just I like laying in bed with a nice young lady and cracking jokes.
That's
That
fine.
made me very creative. I come up with I can think about so many things that.
I
And
do
she
that
always
shit.
say, Chris Thomas, did that really happen? I just love laying in bed with a female is the best comedy stage that a man could ever have with a female.
Cuddy buddy.
Yeah, just sitting there laughing
Cuddy.
and cracking up and just joking.
Talk about
and-
her feet. Like, look at your
Right.
toenails, bitch. No, it's-
Why you look down at my foot? You know I'm sick of him. I'm sick. Boy, it's
I seen him
haters.
too.
When they go high, you stay low.
Yeah.
Hey, look, one thing real quick before we go. First of all, this is the first interview we ever did on here.
Okay, well, you did a great job.
Thank
Well, we used to just doing a straight podcast where
Right.
we talk about stuff.
Right.
We kind of did a little bit of that, but it was more of an interview.
Right.
I'm happy it was you. I'm glad it was
Thank
you.
you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask you one more question.
Go ahead.
How did you? I gotta ask you because I'm curious. Like, how did you feel about? First of all, did you feel like you was competing with your MTV Raps?
I wasn't really paying attention to
Mhm.
that because
Okay.
I wasn't watching cable at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I really didn't. After traveling with the hip hop artists,
Mhm.
I ain't give a damn about no videos because I traveled with them.
Right.
Okay.
I did a video. Remember, I did a
Forget
video
you.
with Public Enemy
Yeah, I remember.
called Night of Living Bass Heads.
Night of
They
Living
said-
Bass,
Yeah.
And,
I remember all
and
them
I did
videos.
another video with the group New Sound called
Sound.
Body Slam. Du-du-du. Let the boys be boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Onyx.
That's
Yeah,
Onyx.
No, it was called New Sound. It was a video. You gotta look it up.
Uh-huh.
I did a go-go record with the group EU.
I remember you doing the button all them. Yeah.
I did a record with them called Somebody's Ringing the Doorbell, and I did my own rap record
Mm.
called Celebrity Funk. It's on YouTube. I was like, I'm Howard Cosell, I talk so bright. If you heard what I said, then you're all right. Remarkable, sensational, gratifying, a 79. We have a
Oh,
lot of
shit.
superstar guests, but first of all, here's the boxing's best. He has the fastest hands. I'm sure you'll agree. Everyone calls him Muhammad Ali. I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm viciously of all.
Like I remember our City Hall did that song. Remember that shit? Sorry, what was it called? Sorry. I'm sorry. You don't remember that shit?
That's just
Our
in
City Hall did
Pennsylvania.
a comedy song. You don't remember
And
that?
he
That
was
was
a
just
fat
in
dude.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anyway.
It was in the McKinney, the woods of McKinney. But one more thing, too, like, how did you feel about Rap City and what it turned into as far as like the basement? Like, how did you feel about like the evolution of it? Did you like it or?
I think it was great that they changed the name of it
Mhm.
because it kind of it didn't fall on the same of what I was
What you
doing.
yeah.
Spectrum.
Right, the kind of Rap City in the basement,
Mhm.
and then he came in and had rappers and
Yeah,
Tigger
in the booth and shit.
and Tigger and stuff like that. So we all did our thing, and during the hip hop awards, I don't think that they gave us enough recognition
Mm.
when we did it a couple years ago.
Mhm.
They flew everybody in, and it was almost like we was about to get us a hip hop award.
Mhm.
So
Definitely should go.
Rap City, and Yo MTV Rap, me and Ed Lover, he's a comedian now.
Mhm.
So
Huh. And Lover, okay.
yeah, he's a comedian now. So we did a show not too long ago up in New Jersey. He was funny.
Mhm.
He was funny. So Rap City is forever. And the whole thing is no one can take his place now. They can do a video show,
Mhm.
but ain't nobody gonna be able to take Rap City's place.
Mhm.
I will say this about Chris Thomas. I met you 3 years ago. I was on a show with him, Shucky Ducky, and Hamburger.
Quack quack.
And
Quack quack back. Quack
the-
quack back.
the thing about some headliners, you meet them and you wish you had never met them.
Damn.
But I'm just
Name
going-
one.
That's
She was the
not,
one that got me for her show.
yeah,
for her
today,
birthday
my
party.
birthday show. But you talking about name one? There's no point in break that. I don't
Let's
do that.
do it,
Nick.
man.
Yeah,
Fuck all that
no,
shit.
shut up. You get on my. That's what. You know what?
I don't remember.
Exactly. But when I tell you this man was so humble, if you had a question, he would answer it, and he would give you information in regards. So I want to tell
And I
you,
didn't
thank-
charge nobody.
Didn't charge anybody, but I want to tell you thank you
I was a consultant,
for coming
a
out
free consultant.
for that event. Yeah, but I want to give you your flowers right now.
No, I'm gonna give you yours. I'm giving everybody here your flowers. You're here and you're being blessed.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that I can be as a vessel from the Heavenly Father to say, we're all blessed.
Right.
And with that being said, man, we appreciate the shit out of you, man. It was
Yes, sir.
great to meet you.
Yes,
Great for
sir.
you to show up and come through.
Oh, yes. Yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm saying? So, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Y'all get any questions, drop them in the comments. And we're going to sign out, man. Mr. Chris Thomas, the
Yes.
Bear Rap City, the original.